people asked some more questions about this.
This iron wall,
cast iron wall. So they want to know what we put, what we're using for hangers. I know IKEA has some great ones that we could hang over. We don't have an IKEA near us, but I wanted it to be black. So Jim, do you want to grab them out of the cupboard and we'll just show them the box? We found these really great deck screws that are black, and we're putting up 2.5 inch. Let me get, there's a good of it right there. Okay. And I've got one sitting out for you right on the counter. Just found another piece of my cast iron, so I put it there, and we're going to hang this one right here. Wait, that might get my finger. There we go. And that's all there is to it. So, let me do it this way. As a recap, these are just 2x4, 2x6 boards that were milled. No, they were planed and joined so that they're flat. This is just an old board underneath here that goes all the way down.
Old board is fastened to the wall. These boards going across are fastened to the board that's to the wall.
Just with one screw each.
These boards are fastened to studs so that they're sturdy, and then it gives a good solid place for these.
And literally, I just eyeballed these to put them down. And just said, how many boards do I have? Okay, that's how long it's going to be. And that's what we're doing. And as I'm unpacking, now I get to put them on there.
So, no drawings, no detailed instructional plans.
We just did it.
That's how you do some projects. Short while back, we had one of our friends from our channel contact us and say that she had some starts. She lived close to us to come and pick them up. And we are there today.
So, this is Katie from Pleasant Hope. From Pleasant Hope, and she is selling plants, and she is generously giving us plants, and we're getting totally rained on.
Well, we're thrilled to have you here.
We're so excited.
We're thrilled.
So we've been communicating back and forth, and today she goes, come. So we're here.
We'll get you planted and started. I'll watch them all grow on your channel.
Okay. So when we left the house, it was starting to be really nasty. And
Raining and hailing.
Yes. And then we started driving and we got ahead of it. If we would have slowed down at all, it would catch up with us. So we got out to Katie's house, and it started sprinkling. I says, it's going to rain. She goes, no, it always passes us by. I'm like, no, it's following us. And we got pelted. Oh my goodness. I says, wow, it's the first day I've had a good hair day in a long time, and it's gone. Such generosity, you guys. Such beautiful generosity. When we first came here, she says, I have starts for you. And we says, well, we're not ready yet. And then today she asked if we could come over. And I mean, lots of starts, just so beautiful. Such a beautiful gift of giving us food. That's just like, we're so grateful to you, Katie. Thank you, and your husband. So our trunk is full of a garden right now. And we're going to move them onto the back porch. And we are hoping to have our garden done by Thursday, Friday.
Or so.
Or so. Sunshine, bordered by our pasture. Cows are out there. So fun. That's awesome. What a gift. What a gift.
Lots of food right there.
Hello, Mama and babies. How are you? Hello. Let's get in there. Yeah. I know. Are you calling them all over to you? Big bad human, big bad human. Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, you're gonna grow up and give us big eggs? Oh, Mama, what are you doing? Are you ready to get out of there? Are ya? You ready to fly the coop? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but I got it. Not really? What's going on, huh? So we get you in with the others? Well, tell you what. They're all going to be leaving in a couple of days, and there'll only be 5 here. So we'll put yours in with them. How's that? Yeah, you can all go in there then. Do you need some good food, huh? Do you need some food? You're like, enough of this motherhood. Enough of this motherhood stuff. String in the wire for the paddock. I have the cushy job. I have to drive the tractor and keep up so he has the supplies. I had no idea that there was this many thistles down in the bottom of this thing. There certainly wasn't when we left.
Well, when we looked at it, a short while back, they were here, but they didn't seem as big.
No, and we were told that there was a few blackberries growing in there. They're not blackberries. They are lethal. So we're going to talk to somebody about getting their bush hog, our neighbor maybe, and getting some of these down, because they are taking over the field, and we have a beautiful field of grass. We just need to take care of it. So Jim sent me back to pick up something, and I drove this, and the cows came back with me. They followed me all the way down here, riding in this on the mower. So they're being very cozy right now. So we've been getting thistles out, and I mean, they're deadly.
We need a brush hog.
Oh my goodness, they're horrible. And we heard that sheep will take care of them, so
not when they're this big. We got to get it knocked down.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I am like, it would be like an octopus, and it would touch you, and then it would touch you here and attach to your leg, and I'm like, woo! So then I learned how to do it, where I was walking with them held out like that, so they couldn't get near my body.
Anyway, we had to get them off of the line where the wire is, so they wouldn't touch the wire. We did a little bit more than that, but enough to convince us that we didn't want to do that much. No fun. So we're gonna go up here, and then we're gonna come back and string all the way around here. This is gonna be our path. And then they will come into here. And we'll see how long it takes them to eat down that. And they'll have access to the path to go back to their water. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Hey, this is what you call an Ozark side-by-side, or behind-her-side. We're just really happy to have it.
I'm going to go across here to that fence there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
We'll go here in the middle. Give us enough room to drive through.
So that's where our gate will be.
Yeah, so we can drive through if we need. Cows can go through. So the gate goes right here.
Okay. Okay, letting them out of the corral into the pathway that leads to the paddock, and we're just going to see if they respect the hot wire. They're really good at it, so hopefully they do this correctly. There you go. There goes Tillamook. She's the feisty one. So Jim is using the flail mower from the BCS on the front lawn that we're going to be taking out and putting in the garden. And he's then going to rotor till it, and we're going to put down ground cover. We have reneged on the grow boxes, raised beds that we were going to get. They were not able to have them ready for us in time, and they didn't know when they would be able to. And the cost of them became prohibitive for our budget now. And so since we're trying to live a lot more frugal, we're going to put in beds here that we're just doing raised with the BCS without wood right now, until such time in a year or so when we can afford to put in raised beds. And because we have the BCS, we know that it works really well.
I'm sitting here with the BCS tractor that we have. It's a 853, one of the larger models, so it's got a bit of power. This implement that I have on it here, this is called a flail mower. I don't know if you can see the teeth. Let's get down here and see if we can look. Oh, you can't really see them. But I can explain what they're doing. In there, they're spinning around, and there's a bunch of feet, metal feet, and they flail. What can I say? And you can set it at different depths. I've had this set on the lowest possible depth, so that the biggest cut that I can make as close to the ground as possible, because we wanted to scalp this, and then I'm going to be tilling it. So the flail mower is great for mulching. So let's say that we had a crop that it's ready, it's done, or it's been a cover crop, and we don't want to till, but we want to break up the crop that's there and get it really fine so it can compost well. We'd run this flail mower over it, which would shred everything that's there into very small pieces so it can compost faster. So you could go down a bed. It's set, it's the 30-inch standard for bed size, so that you could go down a bed that's 30 inches wide, do the whole bed, flail it down, get it ready so it's going to compost and be ready for the next crop. But for us, we're using it to prep the ground before we till. So we're turning this sod here into garden beds. So we got to get a little bit heavy-handed in order to get it so that we can actually till it and get the roots out of there, so we're not going to have to fight them. So our process is that we're in a bit of a hurry. It would be nice if we could cover it for a few weeks, couple of months even, with tarps, but we want to get gardens going, so we're going to work a little bit more, get this tilled up, get all of the roots that we can pulled out of it, and then be ready with, well, we don't have them yet. We need to get some stirrup hose, but or even some of the little hose that we can go in between things that are planted, so that we can keep the weeds down as they come up. We're going to do a few different techniques to fight the weeds. We know there are going to be a lot of them this first year especially. But anyway, we're going to work hard at that, but right now we're going to get some beds ready. We're turning our grass into food. That's what we're doing.
So Jim has just finished rotor tilling all of this for the first time, and he's been digging out a lot of rocks. This rock is unexplainable.
Right at the surface.
Unexplainable.
It's right in the middle of where what we wanted the beds to be.
I mean, from here to there, I don't even know if he can dig it out. Could he lift it?
Well, we'll use the truck or something to pull it out. And get that
That's crazy. This morning, what have we done? The chores.
We woke up. Yeah, we got the chores done, didn't we? Got a fire going because this is one of our colder
This is
days.
we're supposed to be 27 with
Yeah,
snow today.
It's cooling down this morning after the sun starts to come up,
Yep.
although the sun has got too many clouds to come up.
We like to prepare our meals together and we like to do our chores together. Sometimes we have to divide and conquer. Sometimes. But today we're making a crustless quiche. And I'll show you what we've got cooking over here. We've got onions, peppers, sweet peppers, hot peppers, and zucchini and some garlic. So that is there.
And for those of you who say, I just can't eat that much, okay, I understand what you're saying, but it's because you're not used to eating. And maybe during the day you do different kinds of things. I don't know, there's a lot of variation, but your body needs the fuel. If you're not giving it this fuel, it's doing something else, and it's not the best way to get your nutrition.
So Jim, do you love cottage cheese?
Hate it.
Hate cottage cheese, but watch what I'm doing.
That's not a mild hate, it's awful.
So, I love cottage cheese, but it has to be a good kind. But
She's sneaky.
Jim allows me to put it in the eggs. I can scramble it in, I can put it in the quiche, and the reason I do that is because it is a huge source of protein. And so he doesn't even know it's there, it goes in the
He knows it's there, but it
You don't taste it,
it cuts
do you?
the taste and the texture.
But you don't taste it at all, do you?
It spreads the taste far enough that it's not bad.
Really?
Yeah,
There you have
the
it.
things we learned.
Anyway, so I always, if I can sneak it in, I sneak it in.
Let's have a lid.
There's the lid, right there. So a quiche is really easy to make. I just set my oven to 350. I cook my whatever vegetables I'm going to have in my cast iron skillet, and then I'm going to melt a little bit more butter in that cast iron skillet, and then I just pour my eggs over. Cheese. We need cheese.
Cheese.
There is some jalapeno cheese right here.
You need to
So
grate it.
let's just grate that and put that in. About 4 eggs, about a cup of cream, and or cottage cheese. I never would put a cup of cottage cheese, but I didn't have enough cream this morning, so I added the cottage cheese. We'll put a cup of cheese in here, and then just pour it into the cast iron and throw the cast iron into the oven. We can go do other things while it's cooking. We can have oatmeal while it's cooking, a fruit, something
I don't
like
think
that.
we can have oatmeal today,
Why?
because there's none made.
No, we're not having oatmeal today.
That's what I said.
We had it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
So we try to have a variety so that we have a different kind of vitamin and mineral all the time. We have also turned our island the opposite of the way that it was, so we actually have more surface to work on and a little more room to walk around in. We have like at least 4 feet on every side, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There is a transformation coming this next week to this island. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. This one light, yeah, light stuff. So no crust, it just goes in. Whoa. Breakfast is ready.